A very good morning to all of you friends. Today we are going to study about the human digestive system. Okay, we were studying about chapter 2, that is nutrition in animals and humans. Now we are going to study about the human digestive system. Okay, now in the human digestive system you should also know that there are various parts. Okay, and the human digestive system is also called the alimentary canal. Okay, so the alimentary canal actually extends from this part, that means you can say buccal cavity. Okay, because we take in food, so from the buccal cavity, so from here till the anus. Okay, this whole thing is called the alimentary canal, and the alimentary canal is about 9 meters long. Okay, but it is very tightly packed inside our body. Okay, so it extends from the buccal cavity till the anus. This whole thing is called alimentary canal, and it is continuous pipe like structure. Okay, now you already know that when we take in food, okay, inside the mouth there are some parts which help in proper you can say crushing of the food and mixing of the food, etc. So inside the buccal cavity there are the teeth. Okay, we have in last video we have studied about the teeth, and there is the tongue that helps in mixing the saliva, and there are 3 pairs of salivary glands. Okay, salivary glands are present in a buccal cavity. For example, when some delicious or tasty food is in front of you, you can feel some liquid coming out from this region of your mouth, sometimes from this region, sometimes from this region. Okay, so there are 3 pairs of salivary glands. These salivary glands, they release a chemical that is called saliva. Okay, the saliva, the fluid that is present inside our buccal cavity. Now once again, what are the 3 salivary glands which are present inside our mouth? This is just to know there are 3 pairs. Here 2 are present just below the tongue, so they are called sublingual. Sub means below, the tongue means lingual, so sublingual 2 are there. Then here 2 are there which are called submaxillary. Okay, that means just below the lower jaw, so submaxillary. And 2 are present these just close to the ear, so they are called parotid. So sublingual, submaxillary and parotid. So there are 3 pairs of salivary glands present in our buccal cavity. Okay, now let us see what are the different parts of the human digestive system. Digestion, you know, digestion means to convert complex organic matter into simple inorganics so that our body can, or the body cells and tissues, they can take up it as nutrients. Okay, so now let us see what are the different parts of the human digestive system or the alimentary canal. Now the alimentary canal starts with the buccal cavity. Okay, so this portion is called the buccal cavity, and just above is the nasal cavity. Okay, so nasal cavity and buccal cavity, this bone, so I have tried to denote this bone. This is a very simple diagram. It is a little bit different from the one that is given in a book, but it is very you can say it is very neat and easy to understand. So the buccal cavity surrounded by 3 salivary glands. Okay, then the buccal cavity extends to form the esophagus or the food pipe. So this is called esophagus and the food pipe. Okay, you should also know that we have 2 pipes. One is the windpipe, that is in front, and the food pipe is just behind the windpipe. So windpipe is in front and the food pipe is behind the windpipe, that is a food pipe, also called esophagus. Okay, esophagus. Now the esophagus extends to form the stomach, that is a large muscular bag where digestion takes place, that is called the stomach. Then the stomach extends to form the small intestine, okay, which is highly coiled structure, so the small intestine. Then the small intestine extends to form the large intestine. Here this is the interjunction of the small intestine and the large intestine. Here there is a vermiform or a you can say worm like structure or a comma like structure, that is called appendix. Okay, appendix does not have any role in digestion, it is just a vestigial organ. So appendix, and then just after the small intestine the large intestine begins. So this is the large intestine. Okay, and the large intestine has the last part, that is called rectum, where the food is stored temporarily. That last part is called rectum, and the waste product comes out from a body through the anus. Okay, So once again, buccal cavity, the esophagus or food pipe, then the stomach, then the small intestine, then the large intestine, then the rectum and the anus. Okay, so this is the first part of digestive system, that means the alimentary canal. So alimentary canal is the first part of digestive system. Second part of digestive system includes of the glands. Let us see what are the glands present. The first most important gland, they are the salivary glands. Okay, salivary glands, first one salivary gland. Then the next important one, that is liver. Liver is the largest organ in our body. Okay, so liver is another gland, accessory gland. Then the liver has another small gland in itself, that is called the gallbladder, where bile is, you can say bile is stored. Okay, so that is gallbladder. And the last one, that is pancreas. It is another gland. So what are the four glands? The salivary glands, the liver, the gallbladder and the pancreas. Okay, so these are the different structures of the digestive system. Once again, the digestive system consists of two parts, the alimentary canal and the digestive glands. Okay, glands which help in digestion. Now quickly let me tell you all how the digestive system functions in our body. Okay, the digestive system, digestion actually starts in the mouth, because inside the mouth saliva is present, which helps in breaking down carbohydrate, carbohydrate into simple sugar. So digestion starts in the mouth, only carbohydrate, not protein, fat, vitamins, etc. Now that food, semi-fluid like food, it passes through the esophagus, and in the esophagus, there is rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the food pipe, and slowly the food, as in the form of bolus means, you can say like this, in the form of bolus, it comes to the stomach. Okay, now inside the stomach there are digestive enzymes. So from the internal wall of the stomach, digestive enzymes are released. Digestive enzymes consist of HCl, mucus and pepsin. They help in converting carbohydrates, proteins, fat. Now the food that is almost very in fluid form, okay, that food will now pass to the small intestine. By the time the liver produces bile salts which help in digestion of fat. This bile is stored in the gallbladder, and through this gallbladder, bile will be released into the duodenum, that means the first part of the small intestine. So here stomach is over. Okay, just below this red line the small intestine begins. So see here, in the small intestine, bile has been secreted by the gallbladder. This is called the gall duct. Okay, gallbladder duct. Another duct is there, that is a pancreatic duct, that carries digestive enzymes from the pancreas, and it is also secreted in the duodenum part of the small intestine. Okay, so these two glands, the gallbladder as well as pancreas, they secrete their digestive enzymes into the duodenum. Now the food slowly passes through the small intestine. Then when it comes closer, it passes to the large intestine. Okay, in this way. So the food now passes to the large intestine, and then the unwanted food that is not absorbed by the body will be thrown or must be removed from our body, because they act as poisons. Okay, they are no more useful to our digestive system, so they must be removed from our body through the anus, and for the time being they are stored in the rectum. Okay, now very interesting to know that in the small intestine, the lining of the small intestine, internal lining of the small intestine, it consists of some finger-like projections like this. Okay, these finger-like projections, they are called villi. Plural is villi. These are called villi, and they are highly connected to the blood vessels in this way. Okay, they are surrounded by blood vessels, and they carry all the digested food from the small intestine into the bloodstream. That is called absorption. If you remember, what is absorption? Okay, when the digested food is transported from the small intestine or the alimentary canal to the blood, then that process is called absorption. And then this blood is carried to the body tissues. Okay, suppose there are some cells in which they are carried That process is called assimilation, where these nutrients, they are utilized and then they produce energy. So from food we get energy. That process is called assimilation. Okay, so there are differences you should know. There are some steps in nutrition. What are they? The first one is ingestion, then is digestion, then is absorption. This is absorption. Then is assimilation, then is egestion. Okay, so the whole process of nutrition continues from the buccal cavity till the anus. Okay, so please draw this diagram in your class of copies, and I will also upload some summary. Go through it, learn it, and write in your class of copies. Thank you so much for watching this video.